Hello everyone, I'm Paul and this is problem 2904, shortest and lexicographically smallest beautiful string. This is a medium problem and next I will show you my thought process and efficient solution. We are given a binary string s and a positive integer k, so let's say that we are given this input. You can read this if you want, but basically we are looking for the shortest substring within this string that has a number of ones equal to k and is the lexicographically smallest one. In case you know what a substring is, it's a contiguous sequence of characters. For example, this is one substring, this is another one, this is another one, but we can't form a substring with these two ones because they are not contiguous, okay? In this example, k is equal to 3, so we are looking for substrings with exactly 3 ones, which means that this is one possible substring. This is another one, this is another one. We can take this, and we can take a substring with any amount of zeros, okay? Because regardless of the amount of zeros, we have 3 ones here. So what's the shortest substring with exactly 3 ones here? Well, we can take this, right? So in this scenario, the result is 11001. Among all the shortest substrings, we have to return the lexicographically smallest one. For this input, this is the result, but let's say for a moment that we have another valid substring of length 5. It's 10011. Here we have 3 ones, and this happens to be lexicographically smaller than this, because these two characters are equal, and then regarding these two characters, 0 is smaller than 1. So in this scenario, we should return this instead, okay? So maybe you're thinking about iterating every possible substring. You can do this with a nested for loop and 2 pointers. From every substring, you can check if the number of ones is equal to k, and if so, you can check if the length is smaller than what you have in the result, and if so, you can replace the result. If you have a tie, you can keep in the result the lexicographically smallest string. This is technically correct, but it requires a time complexity of big O of n cube, and down here we have the constraints. We know that n, meaning the amount of characters, can be of up to 100. This to the power of 3 is a relatively small number that we can handle, so this is fine. But there's a solution that's slightly more efficient. We can implement it by using sliding window, so let's see how this works now. In sliding window, we need left and right pointers. They are both initially at index 0, so we are looking at this window. And we need to keep track of the number of ones that we see in every window. So we can have either a frequency map or a simple variable. Here we will use an integer ones. This is initially 0. First we are here, and the first thing that we need to do whenever we move the right pointer is add the corresponding count to ones if this is a 1. So here we add 1 and this is 1. The number of ones is more than k. Remember that we need exactly 3 ones in a valid window, so we move the right pointer. Next right is here, so we are looking at this window, and given that this is different from 1, the number of ones stays at 1. We still have 1 1 which is different from k, so the result stays empty and we can move the right pointer. Now right is here, we are looking at this window and this is a 0, so we continue. Here we have another 0, so we continue. And here we have a 1, so we add a 1 here and this is 2, which means that in this window we have 2 ones. 2 is smaller than 3, so we have to continue. The result stays empty, we move the right pointer. Now we are here and this is another 1, so we add 1 to the count and this is 3. And now this is equal to 3, which means that this is a valid window. So maybe we have to update the result. Now we are checking if we don't have anything in the result, such as in this case, or if the length of this window is smaller than the length of what we have in the result, or the length of this is equal to the length of what we have in the result, and this is lexicographically smaller than the result, then in any of these cases we replace the result with the current substring. So here we use 100011. Now we move the right pointer. We are looking at this window and this is a 0, so the number of ones is still 3, which means that maybe we have to update the result. The length of this window is larger than the length of what we have in the result, so we should keep this in the result and continue. Now right is here, we are looking at this window, and given that this is a 0, the number of ones is 3, which is equal to k, so maybe we have to update the result. But the length of this window is larger than the length of what we have in the result, so we keep this instead and move the right pointer. Now right is here and we have another 1, so this count is now 4, and 4 is larger than k, so at this point we should shrink the window. Before moving the left pointer, we check if this is a 1. Given that it is, we subtract 1 from 1s, this is 3 again, now we can move left. Now we are here, and this is technically a valid window, but remember that we are looking for the shortest and lexicographically smallest valid window. So whenever we step into a 0 with the left pointer, we should continue until we find a 1. Next left is here and we have another 0. Next here we have another 0. Now left is here and this is a 1. We are looking at this window. Maybe we have to update the result. The length of this window is 5, and 5 is smaller than 6, the length of the result. So we should replace this with 1, 1, 0, 0, 1. Now right is here and we are out of bounds, so we can end the loop now and return 1, 1, 0, 0, 1. By doing this, we are solving the problem in overall big O of n squared time complexity. Why? Well, because we are running a sliding window which requires big O of n, and sometimes we need to take substrings. Each of these requires big O of n, so this is overall big O of n squared and space complexity is big O of n. With this in mind, now let's go with the code. First we can say that n is the length of the string, the result is initially empty, and the number of ones is 0. Now we need 2 pointers, left is 0, and for every right in range n, we can check if the character at the right pointer is a 1, because in this scenario the number of ones plus equal 1. If we are here, maybe we have to shrink the window, so we can say while left is smaller than right, and the number of ones is strictly larger than k, or the character at the left pointer is a 0, we have to shrink the window, so left plus equal 1. And before doing this, we can check if the character at the left pointer is a 1, because in this case the number of ones minus equal 1. After doing this, we know that the number of ones is smaller or equal to k, so we can check if ones is equal to k, exactly equal. In this scenario, we can take a substring from index left to right plus 1, because this is non-inclusive, and now we can check if we don't have anything in the result, or the length of the substring is strictly smaller than the length of the result, or the length of the substring is exactly equal to the length of the result, and the substring is lexicographically smaller than the result. In this scenario, we can say that the result is now the substring. And after all of this, down here we can return result. So let's submit this and see if it works. As you can see, this works and it's very efficient. So if you found this useful, please drop a like, subscribe, and see you in the next one. Bye bye.